Here at Firebase, we want to make it easier for you to build more successful mobile and web apps. And over the last few years, we've been hard at work making Firebase better for all developers, from the smallest one-person startups to the largest enterprise businesses. For example, just last month, we announced that Firebase Crashlytics is available for Unity, so all you game developers can get in on the fun of squashing bugs before they become big enough for your customers to notice. MLKit added a number of new features, including the Smart Reply API, which can come up with helpful reply suggestions based on your conversation history. We've also added a number of improvements you've been asking for to Firebase Test Lab, including flaky test detection, better gaming support, and more. And all you enterprise businesses will be happy to know that Firebase is now part of the Google Cloud Platform Support Plan. And this year, at Google I/O 2019, we've announced even more features to put a smile on your face. For the last couple of years, native mobile developers have loved using Firebase performance monitoring to find out what parts of their app are running slower than they expect and for which customers. But why should they have all the fun? Firebase performance monitoring is now available for the web. Now you can find out important page load and network metrics just by including a small script on your site. Performance monitoring visualizes the distribution of load times across your user base. You can drill into the distribution by browser, region, device type, and more, so you can see exactly which customers are having a great experience with your website and which ones aren't. And if you've been using Crashlytics for Firebase, you'll be happy to know we've added support for creating custom velocity alerts, so you can decide exactly how often you want to be alerted when your app stability changes. MLKit has added support for several new features, including AutoML Vision Edge. This will allow you to create custom machine learning models tailored to your needs. Want to build an app that distinguishes between different birds? Or identify a whale based on its tail? Just upload your training data to the Firebase console, and we can use Google's powerful AutoML technology to build a custom machine learning model for you to run locally on your user's device. Over in Firebase Hosting, we've added support for Cloud Run, which combines Firebase Hosting's global CDN and caching features with Cloud Run's fully managed stateless containers, making it easy for you to add performant server-side rendering for your websites in just about any language you want, without ever having to stand up or manage a server of your own. We've built a brand new emulator for Cloud Functions for Firebase that can communicate with both the real-time database and Cloud Firestore emulators. So if you want to build a function that listens to a Cloud Firestore document, performs some logic, and then writes changes back to Cloud Firestore, you can develop and test that entire flow locally for much faster development. And for Cloud Firestore, we've added support for collection group queries. This allows you to search for fields across all collections of the same name, no matter where they are in the database. And that means it's easier to organize your data in a way that makes sense to you, while still being able to search for the documents you want. In the analytics world, we've added more features to dynamic audiences with a brand new audience builder. This will let you create more sophisticated and finely tuned groups of users, or audiences, so you can better optimize their experience and keep them happier and coming back to your app. We've also combined analytics data with the power of Google's machine learning to create custom reporting insights for analytics, which will tell you about unusual trends in your app as they happen. But of course, we're not done. Now that Google I/O is over, we'll be hard at work. We'll be hard at work. That's better. Making even more improvements you've been asking for, and probably adding another surprise or two. So be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, check out our blog, and subscribe to our monthly newsletter to stay on top of all
The first time I came to get my first round of chemo, I was so nervous.
The whole experience.
Please welcome to the stage Frank van Puffelen.
Wow. Welcome everyone to the Firebase Summit. They told me that you shouldn't start a keynote at 10 a.m. in Spain. And they were sort of wrong, right? Thank you for all being here. I love having you all here, it's great. Let's see. We've been doing this for a bit now. This is the 4th Firebase Summit. Can you believe that? We started this in 2016 in Berlin. Then we went to Amsterdam. Last year, we were in Prague, and I'm so happy to be here with all of you today in the IFEMA in Madrid. It's going to be an exciting day. I think I see some familiar faces here. Who has been to all 4 Firebase Summits? And that, of course, includes me. Yes, I love it. I see a few folks, and honestly, that's impressive, right? Thanks for being with us for such a long time already. We really appreciate it. But we don't just appreciate the old-timers. For who is this their first Firebase Summit? Ooh, I love that. Welcome, welcome so much. Yeah, you might notice I'm excited about all the new people that we're bringing to Firebase. And I look forward to chatting to as many of you as possible in the breaks. It won't be everyone, there's just too many of us today. Okay, now that's just the people in person. We actually also have people joining on the live stream, and let's see if I can find them. And right over there. Hey everyone on the live stream, thanks for joining us today. It's actually going to be fairly simple for you, right? You only have one choice to make. Tune in or don't tune in. And you made the right choice already because you tuned in. So you're going to be seeing everything that we're doing on this main stage today. So the keynote and the sessions. And then we're also going to have a special treat for you. Because while everyone here is having lunch, we'll be hosting a special episode of our YouTube series, Ask Firebase, right here on this stage. So tune in for that and ask your questions if you didn't do so already. Okay. Back to everyone here, though. Honestly, I just want to get started on the keynote, right? We have such cool announcements. There's just one thing that I want to get out of the way, but this is fun. We are, we're Firebasers. We're an inclusive community. We welcome each and every one of you, and we want you to have a great experience today. It doesn't matter what your background or experience level is. We want you to have a great time. And to do that, I sort of need help from everyone, right? Have a look to your left. And look to your right. Also, when you have a moment, look behind you and in front of you. There's bound to be somebody who you haven't met before, right? Because there's so many of us here. So during the breaks, get to know people, right? Talk to somebody who you haven't seen before.
hour talking a lot about the new work we've done to make Firebase better. As you just saw, we've been focused on 3 things. First, giving you the building blocks to help you accelerate your app development so you can solve many of the common and core problems in developing an app. Second, helping you run your app more effectively by simplifying your workflows and surfacing insights when you need it to help you increase your app quality and user engagement. And third, making Firebase more extensible to support your sophisticated needs by giving you more control, flexibility, and transparency. With every improvement to Firebase, we aim to make app development easier so that you can stay focused on building amazing user experiences. Our mission is to help developers like you succeed, whether success to you is getting an app off the ground or scaling it into a global business. You can rely on Firebase. Now, as you go out throughout the day, I hope you feel energized and empowered to bring your ideas and passion to life. After all, you are all the architects of the future. We've got lots of technical talks, cool demos, and delicious food ahead. And rumor has it, there may even be chocolate and churros. All right, folks, thank you so much for being here. Enjoy the rest of today.
Already, which is totally fine, by the way. Did we overpromise, or did they really deliver? I think we had some good updates, right? Okay. The slides are still showing. It's very interesting. Hey, I get that people are ready to get on a break, right? It makes total sense, but I skipped sort of some of the housekeeping things before so that we can do them now. And I'm really bad at remembering things. So what we're going to have during the day is that we'll have some other Firebase friends coming up on the stage to sort of tell you what's going on, to serve as your master of ceremony. And I'm actually really happy to welcome the first one on stage right now, because she's my co-host for the event and the co-organizer for the entire Firebase Summit, Jessica DeRocco. Oh,
Thanks,
we've been waiting so long for that one.
Hey, everyone.
So, Jessica, when people go out for their break, what are they in for? What can they do here?
There's so much to do, but I have a very important thing I need to start with, restrooms. In case you're not sure where they are to your right near the food and beverage. And then if that line is too long or you don't want to wait, you can actually go outside the venue and make a left.
I love how we're doing the airline thing. You go outside and turn left, remember? Okay, no, that is great. And what else is there to do?
So on my way over, I saw all of the Code Lab instructors setting up, and we have 4 new Code Labs to showcase for you today, all powered by Google.dev. So if you're interested in getting more hands-on with Firebase, grab your laptops and bring them over.
Yeah, and it's really exciting because you're going to be sitting at a table with a Firebaser, right? And you're all going to be doing the Code Lab together. I also think we have Ask Firebase outside of here, and I saw some of the keynote speakers already heading out there to answer your questions about all the launches. So it's fairly simple today, right? If you see somebody wearing a yellow shirt, you can ask them any Firebase question, and they can either answer it or help you find the person that knows the answer for that.
And we're also going to have Firebasers at all of our demos. We have a ton of demos for you today, including some brand new games, and of course, everyone's favorite app ship.
Yes! Have we played yet?
We have not played yet.
So we're totally going to try and get our turn because it might be busy. We'll see about that. Okay, so I think we actually have a lot to do. And then, of course, we're going to be reconvening at this stage at 11:30. Right, so we have a short break now. Grab coffee.
We have snacks.
Yeah, grab some snacks. I don't think I have seen the churros yet that Francis promised, but we'll see. And then we'll see you back here at one of the other activities at 11:30. Does that sound good?
Thanks, everyone.
Have a great day.
has been mostly a one TV country, like one TV per household. But data has become so cheap here. So this made your phone your next TV. And that is how this market is like now skyrocketing. Hotstar was launched 3 years back. And in the last 3 years, we have seen our MAU grow to more than 150 million users. Hotstar's mission is TV 2.0, so that you view your content as well as you express your opinions or like make it a social experience on the same platform. It becomes a bi-directional entertainment source.
We have an ambitious mission, but our engineering team is only a fraction of the size of most of our competitors. But we are still keeping up, and we are doing it with the help of Firebase. For example, before the start of 2018 IPL, we decided to completely rebuild our app. IPL is the biggest sporting event in India. We were expecting a huge surge of users. We wanted to use this opportunity to launch new features.
Using Firebase Remote Config, we slowly rolled out the feature to a small percentage of users.
Our engineering team was monitoring crashes in Firebase Crashlytics. We noticed that a feature was causing some crashes on few low-end Android devices.
We used Google Analytics for Firebase to segment our users on low-end devices. And then we turned off the feature for them using conditional targeting in remote config. This way we saved our users, our millions of users, from buggy experience. Amazingly, we were able to do all of this without releasing a new build. With Firebase, we can make decisions by deeply understanding and analyzing our data.
And BigQuery is another crucial resource to achieve this. We export Firebase event logs to BigQuery to uncover insights and patterns about our app. For example, we logged app startup time from launch to load of the first screen. Then we ran queries to understand where the most time is spent and optimized accordingly to reduce lags. 2018 was like a dream year for us. We broke many records, and the best being 10.3 million concurrent users coming onto your platform at one go. With the help of Firebase, we were able to seize this opportunity to run experiments and do controlled feature rollouts. We increased daily watch time by 38%. Technologies like Firebase and BigQuery are helping us to scale so much that Hotstar is quickly becoming the primary viewing screen for many Indians, not the catch-up destination.
Well, hello, everyone. I hope you're enjoying the summit so far. My name is Doug Stevenson. I'm a developer advocate with the Firebase team. There are a couple things I'd like you to know about the summit today. The first thing is lunch. Everyone has to eat, right? The lunch is going to be served between 12:30 and 2:30 in the space right over there. So don't miss that. The other thing I'd like to draw your attention to are the games we have here. There are a couple of games that you can play. One is AppShip, and we have a brand new game called Golf Golf. Now, there's a couple of things you should know about these games. These are multiplayer games, so go together and play them together. If you're here by yourself, go make a new friend and play the games with your new friend. My favorite new announcement at the summit today is Firebase Analytics for the web. This is something I know you've all been waiting for. I've been waiting for it. And it's not just analytics, it's also remote config and targeted notifications. This is really exciting to me. So I would love to introduce to the stage Mai Lo and Kevin Lam.
Analytics for web. I showed you how to set up a notification campaign in FCM to target an audience that we built together. I showed you how to use remote config so you can configure a different kind of app experience for any kind of user segment that you want. And then I showed you how to get some advanced analysis so that you can really analyze your strategy from beginning to end. Ultimately, this is going to help get users back into my Friendly Eats app. It's going to help me grow my business. And ultimately, it's going to help all the end users find restaurants that they delight in and have awesome moments there. Back to the slides, please.
All right. As Mai mentioned, we covered a lot in this session. But we've really only scratched the surface because there's still so much more for you to explore in Google Analytics using our powerful analysis techniques, including building segment overlaps, and exploring user journeys through path analysis. Now, we won't go into detail on those, but we'll let you explore them on your own, or you can come to the Ask Firebase and learn more. With everything we've shown you today, you may be wondering, how do I get started? The great news is that it's incredibly easy. Everything we've shown you today is ready and available to you as soon as you create your next Firebase project, integrate with Google Analytics, and add a web app. Now, if you already have a Firebase project, don't worry. All you have to do, as Mai mentioned, is upgrade to the full Google Analytics experience, add a web SDK, and you're all set. To close, we want to leave you with a simple takeaway, that Firebase is here to help you build better apps and grow your business, now on the web. So we want to thank all of you here in the audience and those who are on the live stream for joining us today on this journey. We sincerely hope that we helped you get closer to delivering your web app A-game. If you have any questions or just want to chat with us, feel free to find us at the Ask Firebase sandbox. Again, thank you all, and enjoy the rest of the summit.
Please welcome onto stage Sachin Kotwani and Ibrahim Ulukaya.
Hola, buenas. Hoy vamos a presentar una presentación de cómo introducir inteligencia artificial en vuestras aplicaciones móviles. Espero que os guste. Just kidding. This topic can be complex enough to talk about it in English, so I won't attempt to do it in Spanish. Apologies to our Spanish speakers in the audience. Hi, everyone. My name is Sachin. I'm a product manager on the Firebase team, and I work on MLKit. And here is my colleague Ibrahim. And today we are going to show you how you can introduce machine learning into your applications to make them more powerful and create great experiences for your users. But before we do that, Ibrahim, why don't you tell us what machine learning is?
¿Cómo? Oh, okay. I thought for a second Sachin decided to go off the script in Spanish, and my Spanish is not as good as him. So I'm Ibrahim Ulukaya from the Firebase team. And today we'll talk about what machine learning is and how MLKit makes it easy for you to implement in your app. And we'll go through a few real-life examples. Should we get started? Let's roll. So what is machine learning? By definition, machine learning is a field of study that gives computers the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. So what do we mean by that? Traditionally, software development is implementing rules. Let's say we have this app, and we are detecting activities. So we have the speed sensor data. We can say if the speed is below certain threshold, this is walking. And we go one step further. We do another if and else statement, and we get to running. And if we go even faster, maybe we can estimate as biking. But I just realized that Sachin put another
Vision section, we have landmark detection, barcode scanning, face detection, image labeling and text recognition, which Ibrahim demoed, object detection and tracking, which was the bounding box that I showed you in the AutoML example. This year, we also launched a few examples with natural language. Those are language identification, smart reply, and on-device translation. And then, for those with custom needs, you can always bring your own custom model, and you can host it with MLKit, and we'll serve it to your end users. And if you need help in creating your custom image classification models, you can do so with AutoML Vision Edge. That's all we have for you today. We can't wait for you to try all this functionality and give us feedback. We'll be outside waiting for the Ask Firebase session if you have any questions. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
When a man took the first step on the moon 50 years ago, he was standing on the shoulders of giants. There were thousands of people working behind the scenes on the Apollo 11 mission. The rocket scientists, the mathematicians, the mechanics, the engineers developed the technology to make it possible to safely transport the astronauts to the moon and back. The Mission Control Center in Houston was monitoring the entire Apollo 11 operation 24/7, ready to step in and help the astronauts at any point. And how do we know all that? Because of a very important group of people, the journalists,
Firebase.
It is our mission at Firebase to support all of you innovators in your quest of building, running great applications. So whether you are about to develop a new app, turn a great idea into a scalable app and reach millions of users, and you're looking for app components like authentication, databases, functions, or maybe machine learning capabilities, Firebase has your back. Now, if you already have an application in your store and you have thousands of users and you have to keep innovating, you want to add a new feature, but you're afraid you're going to disrupt the experience for your existing users, we also help you monitor user experience at scale, and you can roll out those features gradually, monitoring how they are experienced by your users. And lastly, the Firebase Engage family of products will help you reach new user segments. If you would like to run experiments with different price points or engage users with personalized notifications, we can be also your mission control center. We could be your Houston. Well, that wraps up our talk. It was a lot of fun to work on it with James, but we're out of time. Well, it was a great virtual journey to the moon and back, and it took us only 25 minutes.
Well, I learned something today. That's the amount of time that it would take me to travel from San Francisco to Madrid and back, right?
And back, almost back, and grab some tapas along your side. Well, that was the last joke for today. Thank you so much for attending this talk, and I would also like to extend huge gratitude to Le Figaro and Sky, who allowed us to share their transformational journeys with all of you today. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Please welcome onto stage Timothy Jordan.
Hey y'all, how you doing? I just have a couple announcements for you. You're getting up, I can see that, probably because you're still hungry, and that's a good thing because we're still serving lunch. So head on out there and get something to eat. Next up in here, we have a special live edition of Ask Firebase for our live stream. It's the first time we're doing it, so if you want to come back or stick around and check that out, please do. And for the live stream, please stay tuned. In just a few minutes, we'll have Ask Firebase Live.
Hola, and welcome to this very special episode of Ask Firebase Live. Hey, Sumit, ¿dónde estamos?
Estamos en Madrid, Raquel. I swear that worked when I practiced. Yeah.
That is hard.
It's very difficult. I'm sorry. Yeah. But yes.
You are right. We are in Madrid, Spain for this year's Firebase Summit. And today we have a really special guest and a special format for this very first live episode of Ask Firebase.
That's right. For folks who aren't familiar with Ask Firebase, it's a show that we have on our YouTube channel where we invite guests, different experts for different product areas in Firebase, where we answer your burning Firebase questions. Whether that's submitted through Twitter, Stack Overflow, YouTube, whatever social channels you're using, as long as you post it with the hashtag AskFirebase.
One thing.
The one question I'll ask is, so, you know, Firebase Summit, I think this is the 4th year running that we've done it. We had it in Berlin, Amsterdam, Prague, and now in lovely Madrid. So it has a very rich history, and we're doing a lot of stuff at the summit today.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit more about everything that's happening? You know, there's the sessions, the code labs, there's the Women Tech Makers meetup this morning. So many things going on. So can you tell us a bit more about all of that?
I'm just happy that you're not asking me to pick one favorite, because that's going to be impossible.
That's why I listed them all out. You see?
No, right? So when attendees come in registration, right, we of course get them their badge. Then they go to pick up their swag. Sorry, it's not the nicest word, right? They get a shirt, they get a pin, right? Because they're here. We're very happy that they're here, right? Then we have a few demos. We actually have twice as many demos as last year, and we have our famous Ask Firebase, not live on stage, right? But the in-person version outside, where you ask questions of Firebasers who are also wearing yellow shirts. We're trying to keep it confusing, so. No, so that's always a big one. We have a few games that you can play here, but yeah, those are all lightweight activities, as we say, because the main things that we're doing are the sessions here on the stage, including of course this Ask Firebase Live, and then we're starting in like 7 minutes with the next session here.
In fact, yes, we are.
No, and
it's time to wrap up pretty soon. Unfortunately,
we have code labs out here. We have community talks, and we have Google Dev, of course, being present. And then we have food and drinks. Are you hungry?
And it's very tasty and amazing, especially because we're in Spain, so I think it's hard to get food that isn't tasty.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just tremendous, everything that's going on. At
it's
the
been fun.
So.
Well,
Puff, we're getting the wrap-up signal already.
Okay, totally fine.
But to all our viewers who tuned in, thanks so much. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
We'll see you on a future episode of Ask Firebase.
Make sure you post any questions you have. Twitter, Stack Overflow, YouTube, anywhere you ask questions, hashtag Ask Firebase. We might get that question on a future episode.
That's right. Until then,
if it's on Stack Overflow, I might answer it before that.
You'll definitely answer it before that. So.
Yep. So stay tuned in the live stream.
Yes. We'll see you all later. Bye.
Would you be quiet? I am working on a video for YouTube.
But I want to add some pizzazz to it.
Everyone has read and write access to my rules, which is bad, which is very bad. So I'll say public is dist.
You know what's always amazing? In my regular life, I'm pretty certain that I get through 3 sentences in a row. But then as soon as I'm on camera, I'm just like, stop.
Please welcome onto stage Rafi Khan and Mega Bangalore.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Good? Yeah?
Yeah. I know it's late on in the day, but like you guys have done a really good job.
Yeah.
Powered through.
Okay, don't worry. We have a really good closing presentation for you. You know, like worked really hard on it. Really excited to share it with you guys. So it's like, all right, let's get to it. Okay, all right. So developers are drawn to Firebase because it lets you create rich app experiences, gain deep
Thank you, Rafi. Thank you, Mega. And thank all of you for being here at the Firebase Summit in Madrid. Round of applause.
I need to be careful with Amy. Actually, I'm really so happy that you're all still here because it's been a long, long day, right? We have so much content. Can you imagine that we started only 8 hours ago? Quick question. I always love knowing what happens and most efficient ways to do this with a show of hands. So raise your hand if you've been to every session in this room.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Kudos to you. That is great. And for those of you that weren't able to make it to all the sessions, they have all been recorded and they are going to be posted on YouTube in just the next couple of hours.
Yeah. So do you have any questions for the audience?
I do. Who here made a new friend today? Okay, good.
Yeah, it was one of the highlights for me, of course, right? Meeting so many of you, including some of the kids here. I just met Chloe, adorable 2-year-old, and I think a future Firebaser. I also re-met an old friend because Amy joined me here today. So if you were still waiting to take pictures with her, she's been showing her face. What other questions do we have? Who took a code lab? Nice.
This is great. And again, for those that couldn't make the code labs, they're all going to be available on google.dev. So hopefully you signed up and registered for that today. And if not, there's still a little bit of time left.
What other activities did we have for everyone? I think
we had AppShip, we had Ask Firebase. We had so much that I'm not sure we can cover it just the two of us.
So how are we going to solve that?
We have a video for you.
Ooh, let's play the highlight reel.
Hola, Assalamu alaikum.
Hey.
Hello, marhaba.
Ciao, Firebase.
Welcome, everyone, to the Firebase Summit.
If Firebase
Firebase were a restaurant, extensions would be tapas.
This is my first time in Spain, in Europe. It's my second. I was in Prague last year, and it was amazing.
I'm just really eager to learn and sort of see the breadth of ideas and topics that are covered today.
I just want to see what's new, ask the devs firsthand.